Let's go like this. There he is. Good morning, bro.
Yo, what's up? Morning,
I
brother. How you?
I'm good, bro. I wanted to bring you on this morning to talk about the trade today. I wanted to hear more about your entire week, how you're feeling, what you're thinking. You want to walk us through some of this GCAD analysis real quick? Tell us what you're looking at here. I got it pulled up on my screen.
For yeah, for okay, bet. Yeah, for sure. So GCAD, obviously we had so coming to the desk, I was watching EU was actually an A setup in play, but just off the eight the whole day, and then I was watching GJ and GCHF and GU moving to the upside. But I saw that candle formation on GU getting to desk, but I don't know. It's just something I don't like getting to desk and just hopping in a trade like within the first 10, 15 minutes. I like to ease into my trading session, make sure I'm thinking clearly, I'm in that flow state, you know. So getting to the desk, I saw that, and then I saw GCAD and ECAD with nice L50s. Yes, they were dipping down, but I saw ECAD just have slight divergence on top, if I'm not mistaken, compared to GCAD. I
Yep,
think it was
yep.
just slight divergence. Yep. So
Before
I
you
obviously with our systems. Yep.
keep going, I just want to draw that. Give me.
Sure.
You go fast, but we got to remember some of these people on YouTube are new. You know what I mean? They don't know exactly our
Yeah.
terminology.
Okay. Okay. Let
So
me. Yeah. Okay.
the
Bet.
divergence James saw here with this falling RSI and rising price action, that's what made him say, well, okay, instead of me trying to buy EuroCAD here, let me look and see the other CAD quote pairs and see if they look similar. So then instantly the next CAD quote
Yep.
pair is going to be GCAD to most people's mind. And if you come to GCAD, RSI is falling here, price action is falling here. So you don't have divergence, you just have resistance here at yesterday's high.
Correct. Yep, and the Asia range high. So to me, that I had GCAD as with our grading systems within Asfx. I got to remember that not all the guys on the stream are with us.
Yep.
Yeah, so I had it graded as a B setup with only one knock, the swapping liquid 50, and then ECAD I had as a C setup. Although I do agree with you, GA was looking a bit better. But I just felt I'd really liked GCAD coming into the day with that high time frame bias. Both the 8 and 21 EMAs were the 8 was above the 21 on the 1 hour, the 4 hour, and the daily with GCAD. So the long bias was clearly there. Yeah, if you have a look at the 1 hour now and the 4 hour.
Yep. See, that's good that you bring
And
that
and
up
the,
because I think a lot of people, they don't take the higher. Yeah, I mean the date. You're the only thing out of all the higher time frames that doesn't agree is the 4 hour L50s in the sell zone, but it's
yeah,
rising.
correct.
Every other
Yeah,
aspect of this looks like it's ready to be. And it is in an uptrend. With my
yeah.
question for you is, how do you see this as a shift candle? What gives you the thought on that this bar right here is the shift bar? Give
Yeah.
us more input on that.
Yeah, 100%. So with my uh, the defined entry, that entry candle a little bit more to that actually came through the 21. That wasn't a valid shift because the 8 and 21 didn't cross. Yep, that one there just got marked off. So the 8 and 21 didn't cross. The RSI was through, but the 8 and 21 didn't cross at the time of entry.
Yep.
So I know that for me, I'm only taking D1s. Obviously, A1s are with the correct shift, but D1s only when the 8 is with in my direction of trend on the 50
Sure.
minutes.
Sure.
So with that, I waited for. I know that because of that, the next candle was bullish, so the 8 pulled through the 21. So now in a correct upshift. Yes, it wasn't a nice shift because it wasn't a valid shift candle, but we have that bullish momentum now in a short term upshift. So
Makes
I
sense.
waited for on the 1 minute, pulling back. I took your advice as you gave to me when was it 2 days ago on the stream on the 1 minute to form that new higher low. And as that happened, I can actually give you the exact 1 minute candle. Yep, that's the 1 minute candle that I have marked off there. That's my entry candle that I took. You see, created that new low, high low, and pulling nice big bar through the 1 minute 50, and that was my entry candle. And I had about a 10 pip stop on that, and now obviously just reached over 1 hour now, pushing nicely for me. I still have a piece of. I've taken off 50% and my stops locked because I do know that we have medium impact news coming.
Yep.
So
Well,
yeah, that was my thoughts on the trade.
I love it, bro. That was my next question. So we have a bunch of US news coming out in 10 minutes. So going into news like
Yeah, I
this,
mean,
even though it's not high impact news, it's medium impact. You have CAD low impact.
sure.
You still are saying I'm going to lock my stop because I know this is what I was saying actually yesterday. A lot of people overlook, I think it was talking to you maybe, a lot of people overlook the orange folders, but like this one is one of those important orange folders, the unemployment claims news, because that's
Yeah, I think
leading.
it was me. Yep.
Yeah, I think this is leading into what comes out tomorrow for NFP. So I don't think this is an orange folder that we should ignore because it could shake up the market. So I think you've managed
Yeah.
it really well. Where on the 1 minute were you looking? Let me move this here. So this is the 15-minute bar that you entered on, like you said. And that bar, the 8 is already
Sure.
above the 21 EMA. So you know it should hold the 8 EMA. Even if it pulls back as it
Correct.
did, it should hold the 8. Where on the 1 minute were you was there any divergence down here at the bottom that you were like, were you using this back here from 3 a.m. or not really?
Yeah, I wasn't, to be honest, I wasn't really looking at the 1 minute divergence. I didn't see any clear 1 minute divergence that we like to see with our D1 entry and exit system. So
Right.
I was more waiting for that 50-minute upshift, coming off that 200 EMA, which is the 1 hour 50 EMA, which we know can be a very strong level of support or resistance.
Yep.
So yeah, I just liked the long bias on it, and I knew that we if I'm looking to trade it, could trade it towards that yesterday's high, which is the Asian range high, and that's where it's looking like it's going now, and that's where I have my TP set.
I think that part of why the market sentiment line is dropping here, and this just is going to require more time and experience to study. I think part of the reason
is that pullback.
It's this pullback right here.
Yeah.
Facts. I think
that big pullback has to pull the L50 down.
Exactly.
It's because we know it's a moving average. The L50 is a moving average. So it has to pull that L50 down before making that move higher.
And just notice the lag, not that it's a lag, but just the delay in it, because it is a slower moving average. So it takes a little bit longer for that to come in. But if you zoom out here, even going back, like let's just draw this zone back. Look at how respected that price zone is up here of 1.74, call it 10. Yeah, basically 1.741, right? That goes back into last week. So knowing that, okay, we've got our bottom here from the start of the week, rising, you're making higher lows, you're trading up towards that level. It tries to get back down and make new lows. It can't. So it's still making higher lows here. So you're just kind of trading from a pullback point to the top of the range here that's been set in all week. So it makes a lot of sense. I love this trade, bro. I love that you're doing this because this is a little bit more advanced. This takes a little bit more experience with the A1 system to understand. Because like you said, it's not a clean shift candle. It's not a clean 2 candle formation, but it still does fit the bill.
Yeah, I feel like so I was speaking to Amanda's brother, Amanda, my girlfriend's brother, and he was saying like that I found my system within Asfx. I found what works with me with the system. So I know what I do well, and I just got to tap into that and continue doing that. I can't, it doesn't matter what you're saying, or what Jerome's saying, or what Lindsay's saying, or what any other Kareem's saying, any other Dennis, the other good traders in the ASFX. I know I back my abilities, and I just have to continue doing that and every single day at the desk.
That's fire, bro. That right there, everybody. Replay that part of the stream if you're playing on Facebook.